Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shivakant Pathak here available with you to take one more important topic. In this topic we will see the angular momentum. In this angular momentum we will obtain the expression for angular momentum in Cartesian coordinate. See, we will see here what is the angular momentum and how its expression can be obtained. To see this, see very carefully the concept of angular momentum. Students, in a rotatory motion, in place of force, torque is there, right? In place of force, we are using term torque or moment of force. This torque has a tendency to rotate rigid body, right? We have discussed on this. We have discussed that torque has a tendency to rotate it. That is why it is called, torque is called turning effect. See very carefully the mean of torque. That is why we said that torque has same rule in rotatory motion as force in linear motion. In place of force in a rotatory motion, torque is used. It is clear, and this is explained plenty of time in a previous lecture. Now see, in linear motion, we are taking linear motion and watching the concept of Newton's second law of motion. Each and every one are knowing in the linear motion, Newton's second law of motion, that is force is equal to rate of change of momentum. We are knowing this definition. Every one of we know force is equal to rate of change of momentum, and mathematically it is written as F is equal to dV by m dP by dt. This is where P stands for momentum. But we are not in a linear motion. We are in the chapter rotatory motion. Rotatory motion. When we want to see the shape of Newton's second law of motion in case of rotatory motion, so see, in place of force we are using word torque. This torque is equal to, see very carefully, the same concept is used. The term which is used in place of momentum. See, first of all, rate of change of physical quantity. See here, torque is equal to also rate of change of some physical quantity. Compare the physical quantity of rotatory motion with the concept of the linear motion. See, in place of this physical quantity, here is known as momentum. So this physical quantity is here known as angular momentum. Angular momentum, right? Same like this momentum is also vector quantity, right? And one more thing, keep in mind, this angular momentum is represented as capital L. right? So see very carefully the angular momentum. Torque is the rate of change of angular momentum. Motion, it is a rate of change of momentum. So in place of momentum, here angular momentum is used and represented by L. Rest of the explanation is on next page. We are knowing torque is given by formula here x Fy minus y Fx. See very carefully here. I am going to represent it by equation number 1. Here this torque, here in the Cartesian coordinate, it is given by this formula. If we take Px is equal to mvx and Py is equal to mvy, since this is formula for torque on xy plane. In which plane? Xy plane. If you have remember this xy plane, consider a plane of a paper. Clear? In that condition, if you imagine Px is equal to mvx and Py is equal to mvy, then Newton's second law speaks. What Newton's second law speaks? Force is equal to, this x component of force is equal to rate of change of momentum of its x component, and it can be written as dy dt of mvx, right? Or we may write m dvx by dt. Similarly, Fy can be written as d by dt of Py or d by dt of mvy. M we are going to take out, it is dvy by dt, right? See, it is as equation number 2 and it is equation number 3. See these both equations here in this case. Now, when we are able to obtain this both value, now we are going to place Fx and Fy in equation 1. See, when we place this value in equation 1, let's see what happens. At tau is equal to f, Fx is m dvx by dt plus y. See here once more this line. This is tau is equal to x into Fy. Fy is m dvy by dt plus plus not here is a, see here, minus y. Fx is by equation 2 m dvx by dt. See, we are going to take this as equation number 4. Now see one more thing which we are going to take here. This expression can be written as in this form: tau is equal to x. Let me take a common sum factor m bracket x dvy by dt minus y dvx by dt. Take as equation number 5. This equation can be written in this form also. Now see this box item. See how this box item can be written. It is x dvy by dt minus y dvx by dt. See, we are going to write in this way. The way is d by dt we are taking common, it is x vy minus y vx, right? See how we are going to take it, in which shape we are going to take. We are going to take in this way d by dt of x vy minus d by dt of y vx here in this case. Now take, this is a product of two functions we are taking. First function into differentiation of second function plus second function into differentiation of first function. It is 1 minus product of two function, first function into differentiation of second function, that is dvx. This is dvy here. This is dvx, right? So first function into differentiation of second plus second function vx into dy by dx. See very carefully. We are going to take some assumptions here. Dx by dt we are going to take as a vx and vy is equal to dy by dt. Then this above expression can be written as x vy by dt plus vy, this is dx by dt, dx by dt is here vx minus y dvx by dt plus vx and dy by dt is vy. See this both term, see by this red color, both are equal and cancel. So remaining terms is here x dvy by dt minus y dvx by dt. Let it is represented by equation 6. Now see very carefully here, this green box and red box is the same and its value is obtained here in this red. So now putting this value in equation number 5, now putting above value in equation 5, we may write torque is equal to m, and in place of this again the same value is here, no change actually. It is only to represent you y dvx minus dt. Now we are going to take m inside. So if we take m inside, it is x clearly. Now d by dt of mvy minus y d by dt of mvx. Clear? Now this torque totally can be written as in this form. If we take d by dt as a common, it becomes x dot mvy minus y dot mvx, right? Or it can be written as d by dt of x dot c by this mvy. It is momentum along y-axis minus y, c it is momentum along x-axis. This is equation number 7. See everybody very carefully. These students see this very carefully. The explanation of whole is in front of you available. In the definition, when I have started that I told in a linear motion, force Newton's second law, that is force is equal to rate of change of momentum. The force of rotatory motion is a torque. So when we see the Newton's second law of motion in rotatory motion, then torque is equal to rate of change of some physical quantity. That physical quantity we have given name angular momentum. So here see the mathematical expression. This is rate of change of this d by dt of a quantity. This quantity, physical quantity, what is this physical quantity? X dot py minus y dot px is called angular momentum. This is called angular momentum L. This is, so angular momentum M is equal to angular momentum L is equal to xpy minus y px. Right? This is for today. Hope you have understand clearly the fundamentals of angular momentum and its mathematical value. So thank you everybody and have a nice day too.